I have just received the Leica monochrome digital. It's my first experience in the digital world, and people ask me, what do I think? What is the difference? And I will tell you that we could talk about the moon in English, or we could talk about the moon in Portuguese. We would use different languages, but we would be talking about the same moon. And I think digital is another language, another way to discuss the same moon.
You are part of every falling satellite thrown away from the orbit and calling for you.
I have to admit, after 55 years in the darkroom, that I'm very much enjoying working in digital. I have to tell you that it's been very inspiring. I have this monochrome, and I'm endorsing this camera. We're going to make 35 with my name on them, and it's very, very responsive. Because for me, photography has always been about an idea. I see it, and I keep looking. It's not about the kind of film I use or the kind of paper I use. It's always been about my idea. I've always worked with Leica because of the way it fits in my hand. And I'm still learning new things about it, new ways to work.
We are
the decadent robots,
and we are here for you.
Won't you join us? Won't you join us? Won't you join us? Won't you join us? We will dance.
I'm very honored to be here. I like Brazil a lot. I've traveled all over the country, and I feel very comfortable. If I did not live in New York, I would probably come and live in Rio or Sao Paulo. It depends. Well, you know, I'm very pleased the way Nessia curated this exhibition, because I see my work in a new way. The only thing you really get as an artist when you have an exhibition in a major space is you see your work in a slightly different way. She has her ideas, and I respect them. And this is what you get when you work with a world-class curator. They will show you something about your work that maybe you didn't even know yourself. You see how people respond to the work. You know, I make these photographs for one reason, and they are always an answer to a question that I'm asking myself. And I never get the answer. I get a better definition of the question. And so when people look at my pictures, they say, what does this mean? And I can only say they mean that I am asking myself something in purely visual terms. But I will tell you that the only thing I trust about me is what you see in my photographs. Everything else changes every minute. But the photographs have a certain kind of truth that I will never be able to change and I will never escape from. Reality has never been much of an issue for me when I photograph. I will explain why. Reality is a point of departure. I start with something in reality, and then I measure my perception of reality. The great French philosopher Jacques Derrida said, is it the who or the what that you love in something? And when I look at reality, I ask myself, is it the object or the subject.
You alone are part of every falling satellite thrown away from the orbits and calling for you. It's a home, stop along the way, a place to fix your armor.
When you've worked as long as I have, and only worked for yourself, because I'm not a commercial photographer, there's always an evolution and there's a logical progression. And I've always been wanting to move closer to the subject. And you see, if you're going to make a drawing, you're going to take a paper and you're going to make marks with the pencil. And when you're finished adding marks, you stop. So this is additive. For me, when I photograph, I look at something and I take away what I don't want. So for me, photography is subtractive.
Well, that old inspector is coming around. Well, that old inspector is coming around. Oh my Lord, don't you let him put me in the ground. Oh my Lord, don't you let him put me in the ground. Oh, that old inspector is coming around. Oh, that old inspector is coming around.
I'm purely formalist. I'm only interested in taking pictures to see what I see. I just sit in my studio and I impress myself.